it was about 50 of us, I'm not sure about the number, came in all at once. And then we were in Asian American component, Native American, African American, and Chicano components. We all came in at the same time, and we're all recruited through the various ethnic study centers. So I was kind of recruited by Ellen Nishio, who was then acting director of the Asian American Studies Center, to come into that program. So a group of us came in, and it was very exciting. I don't think I'd have been able to go through film school, regular film school, but this was great because we essentially stayed in our components, but we interacted, so I got some we all gave each other insights into issues within our different communities of color, and we began to look at each other's films, and so it was a very, very exciting period. I'm not trying not to romanticize the movement, but it was very exciting. So because I was able now to everything was coming together for me, the craft of learning craft of film. Content is exactly what I wanted to do. Was perfect for me, for a lot of us. And while we were in film school, we thought, why, come graduation, why not continue what we're doing? And so Eddie Wong and Dwayne Kubo, myself, and Alan Ohashi, who was not in the program, we formed visual communications. And we called it visual communications because the initials were VC, right? So that's part of the 60s and 70s Vietnam thing. We didn't have the internet at the time. So a lot of the screenings we did ourselves. It was kind of guerrilla distribution, and so we would screen our films in churches and community centers and schools, and we'd carry our own 16 millimeter projector and screen. So we did a lot. And then we had some fairly large community screenings, but a lot of it was that was part of our mission, was, making the film, but the other part was getting to people to see them. And eventually, which is really clumsy, people began to rent our films, and we had to send these huge reels at exorbitant postage costs out. But the early days, it was, I think, kind of exciting because I think that was the first buzz you ever get, is to have this totally appreciative audience. I think we could have done anything, but Asian American audiences would love it, right? The first time I screened Manzanar, we screened Manzanar and Wong Sing Song at one event there, and just kind of people went crazy because we were kind of really starved to seeing ourselves on the screen. Charles was melded kind of both function and form, and so I just learned a lot in the approach. Like, he made a big thing about not hiring experts. He says experts know too much, or they think they know too much. So even when we started doing some animation work, he started from scratch. He didn't hire anyone. And so all of his projects was kind of staff. The same staff did everything. In fact, the next day that I started, I was shooting 16 millimeter, and I've never touched a motion picture camera at all. But I was shooting the first day, and other times I'd be shooting stills, and the next time I'd be building on a set. And so the staff there kind of did, that was his approach that we all became, whatever needed to be done, we would learn and do it. And so we were much freer in our approach because we didn't know anything. So that was his philosophy, which, you know, I thought was really good.